Now, if you're doing this from a place of, I just like this because it helps me stay in shape, go nuts. Ah! You can make all the sounds, but it's got to be connected to the body. For this last part, we're going to continue our rehabilitation and strengthening by involving the voice. If you're here watching this, chances are you're a vocalist. So we want to not just build raw strength to release indiscriminately, we have to balance this strength against our vocal folds. But the vocal folds can also provide really good resistance to strengthen, exercise, and provide balance to the respiratory muscles. So to start, I want to do something that you're very familiar with, but we're going to twist it a little bit. Can we do a lip trill? No scales. We're using this for the breathing purposes. Here's the thing. Most people, when they do trills, and if you're advanced, you can do a raspberry, tongue out. That's like a heavier weight if you feel like you're ready for it. You can also do a tongue trill, which is the last one. If you get that, if Italian or Spanish, coraggio, whatever. Nobody would do it that hard, but you get what I'm saying. So most people, when they do this, vocalists, they obsess over the note. I want you to obsess over your body. Can you feel as you trill any pitch, as long as it's comfortable? Can you feel that the belly comes in and up? In response, in reflexive response. Of course, you could just tighten your abs, but that's not what I'm asking you to do. Can you teach the body to respond to your vocal folds? This is what helps to let technique become more automated so that we don't have to micromanage every little piece. Can you now bring your awareness to your top two abs? If you think of a six pack, if you bring your awareness to your top two abs, can you press and see if you can get a feeling of firming and protruding forward? So the lower abs come in and up as the upper abs go out. It creates this kind of lifting effect. Now, if you're in recovery, you're probably not going to get as much movement as I'm getting now. I want you to feel a hint of what I look like. So even if it's not happening so robustly, and it shouldn't happen this strongly if you're literally on stage performing, but I want you to feel, oh, I can feel some movement. And there's some firming and protruding forward, like at the bottom of the sternum, xiphoid process, upper ab area. You don't have to be perfectly precise. It's more of a zone or a region than it is like an exact point. I tend to touch with like my fingers. I know my body and where I feel like the apex of it the most, but and now the beautiful thing about trills is they provide us with a little bit of cushion and protection as we gently explore range. So from chest voice on up into head voice and then back down into chest voice, we're gonna, sorry for the microphone videographer guy, I see stuff coming out, but here's the thing. If you're getting stoppages, blah, 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 it's not that your lips are too big, your lips are too small, your lips are too wet, your lips are too dry. I feel like I'm about to give bars, like I'm a rapper. But it's that the breath is out of balance. So let yourself build strength and build control gradually. This is not nothing. I get that that's frustrating. That's not nothing though. So don't, before you comment, I can't do lip trills. Don't do that. What you mean is you can't do them as well as I'm doing them now, which is fine, because your body's in recovery and maybe you're not that well practiced with them. But after a few days, because a lot of people don't realize that practice is a thing because the voice is so mystical and it's so magical. But frustrating, yes. Worthless, no. So day by day, that's progress. It's frustrating, yes. Worthless, no. Maybe after several weeks, that's progress. Last part of this, can you feel your back muscles? I'm talking, you're trilling. Pause me if you need to, but you can trill as I'm talking if it helps. Can you feel your back muscles? The abs have to be counterbalanced by the back. Your back muscles are so important. Can you feel a sense of engagement reflexively? And there's a kick out at the sides of my back. And again, you may not get such a visible response right now. This is my full-time job. I do this all day, every day. I teach voice every day. If you know the Oprah reference, you get it. But anyway, feel it. We're just trying to connect voice to body reflexively. That's all we're doing. Think of it as being akin to the effect of a cough or laughing, how the body just naturally responds. You don't think, I'm coughing, let me make my body work. No, it just happens. The muscles just respond. So we're doing a much gentler version of that, okay? Let's move on to buzzy tones. I want to do a V as in victory. It might help if you make an F sound first. F is in fun or fantastic. You should feel internal pressure build up inside your body. So we're not going, it's not that. It's more of a, because I'm biting my bottom lip, it's like the air is being trapped inside of me. And just making this sound is something. Keep your throat relaxed. Can you feel your low belly coming in? Can you feel your upper abs firming and protruding forward? Can you feel your back muscles engaging? This helps so that we get as opposed to we don't want that kind of collapse, right? So the F becomes a V. If I loved you time and again, I would try to say all that I want you to know if I loved you. And so I'm using this to plot the course of a song. It can be any song. I'm being kind of easy because I don't want to encourage you to try to go for belty hard stuff if you're doing this from a place of recovery. Now, if you're doing this from a place of, I just like this because it helps me stay in shape, go nuts. You can make all the sounds, but it's got to be connected to the body. You can also use a Z or a Z, depending on what side of the pond you're from. Z, Z. Z is a heavy weight. Z, you'll notice the pressure is kind of strong. If you feel like your throat's tightening up, then maybe you stick with the V for a little while, but you can also Z through songs and Z through your range. And lastly, one of my favorite things is you can use a straw. Now, I am a singing straw ambassador. Link somewhere in the comments or in the little, wherever you're watching this on, there's a link somewhere, or I'll maybe flash a promo code up. I like the singing straw because it's already sized for vocalists. I'm using their biggest one right now. But if you sing ooh through the straw provides resistance, but also length that helps to take pressure off the folds and also helps to challenge your breathing muscles. So, if you don't feel the body connection, just try blowing first. Blowing gently. We're not trying to overpower the straw. Physics, not on your side. You can't win that fight. So I'm not doing that. It's just blowing just enough to stimulate response. Response. If you can feel that, add tone. If the big straw is super easy, try the medium or the small size. You can also work through songs. Again, I'm not doing scales because I want you to focus on the connection to body, not on trying to hit the note. Even if you're just comfortably in your chest voice or just in a comfortable part of your head voice, okay. Don't try to go for the belt mix of the super hardcore run. Just connect voice to body. And when you need a break, just breathe normally. And you might be surprised to notice, oh, the breath has more presence in my body, because if we exhale properly, we inhale perfectly. I hope this helped. Again, this work is safe enough to do daily, but listen to your body. And also, if you have medical advice from an actual doctor telling you to do something different, then do that thing. But otherwise, practice and you will grow and you will notice results. If you want an audio that doesn't have all the explanations that just goes straight through, subscribe to my Patreon. On my Patreon, I give audio, downloadable guided practices where you can just get right to it, and also exclusive content that you can't get anywhere else. My website is aapproach.com if you'd like to work with me or take a class, whether Zoom or in person or whatever. And all the stuff will be on the screen. Until next time, peace.